मित्रों, जैसा कि आपको पहले बताया था, आज सवेरे 11 बजे कांग्रेस वर्किंग कमेटी की एक्सटेंडेड मीटिंग हुई। इसमें जो लोग निमंत्रित थे, CWC मेंबर्स, परमानेंट इनवाइटीज़, स्पेशल इनवाइटीज़, PCC प्रेसिडेंट्स, CLP लीडर्स, फ्रंटल ऑर्गेनाइजेशन चीफ्स, CEC मेंबर्स, कांग्रेस पार्लियामेंट्री पार्टी के ऑफिस बेरर्स और स्पोक्स पर्सन्स, कुल 115 लोग इनवाइटेड थे। अलग अलग कारणों से कुछ लोग नहीं आ पाए, लेकिन 98 लोग आए थे, 98। इसमें 42 लोग, 42 लोगों ने अपनी राय रखी। सबसे पहले कॉन्डोलेंस रेजोल्यूशंस हुए। श्री वसंत साठे, S बंगरप्पा, MOH फारूक और NKP साल्वे, दो हमारे ये जो हमारे कांग्रेस के वरिष्ठ नेता थे, ये हमारे बीच में नहीं रहे, उनके प्रति शोक व्यक्त किया गया और 2 मिनट का मौन रखा गया। दूसरा एजेंडा था, पिछली बैठक की कार्यवाही की पुष्टि की गई। फिर कांग्रेस प्रेसिडेंट के ओपनिंग रिमार्क्स हुए, जिसकी कॉपी आपको उपलब्ध करा दी गई है। कांग्रेस प्रेसिडेंट के बाद प्रणब जी ने कुछ बातें कहीं आर्थिक स्थिति के संबंध में, कुछ राजनीतिक बातें भी थीं, वे आपके सामने हैं और अभी आपसे बात करेंगे। फिर प्रधानमंत्री बोले, उन्होंने जो कुछ कहा उसका सार, उसके बुलेट पॉइंट्स वो हम आपको दे चुके हैं। इस सब के सारे लोगों के अपने विचार रखने के बाद प्रणब जी ने एक प्रस्ताव रखा, जिसमें राष्ट्रपति और उपराष्ट्रपति की उम्मीदवारी के लिए नाम के चयन का अधिकार कांग्रेस अध्यक्ष को दिया गया। वो टेक्स्ट मैं आपके सामने पढ़ रहा हूँ। दिस मीटिंग ऑफ द कांग्रेस वर्किंग कमिटी authorizes the Congress President to select the party candidates for the forthcoming elections of the President and the Vice President of the country। और सर्वसम्मति से ये प्रस्ताव पास हुआ। अंत में कांग्रेस अध्यक्ष की समापन टिप्पणी के साथ आज की बैठक की कार्यवाही समाप्त हुई और अब मैं प्रणब जी से निवेदन करता हूं कि वे आपसे बात करें।
Thank you. As Janardhan ji has already pointed out, the working committee met and the discussion continued for a very long period, except for a short break of lunch for about half an hour. The entire political economic situation was reviewed by the members. They have expressed their views. I gave the brief background of the economic situation relating to our economy. No doubt there has been slowdown. Growth for the year 2011-12 as projected by the latest figure of CSO stands at 6.5%. Even their earlier forecast of 6.9% has been revised. I explained the reasons for that. Petroleum prices were discussed. Naturally, nobody is happy at the increase of the petroleum prices or prices of petroleum products. I also explained to them, and I also informed the members that I have written to the chief ministers of various states indicating how much revenue are collected by the respective states, each state, and how much revenue is collected by the central government in the form of excise duty from that state. You may be aware of, many of you may recall who attend the parliamentary proceedings, that while replying to the debate on the finance bill in Lok Sabha, I mentioned this, that if it happens, petroleum prices go on increasing and there is no reduction, then how to tackle it? And there my suggestion was that in that eventuality, all stakeholders will have to make sacrifice, because it is not possible to pass on the entire enhancement to the consumers, nor it is possible to absorb the entire increase by providing subsidies. So I announced that I am contemplating of writing to the chief ministers. I have written to them. Of course, it is for their considerations what they would like to have it. And thereafter, if they agree, then we can work out in consultation with each other. Without the consultation of the chief ministers and without their agreement, nothing is possible. We shall work out a mechanism. But fortunately, I am saying fortunately, the international prices have started coming down, and Brent crude has come down, which is the main source of our energy supply. It has come down below $100 per barrel, which reached $127 maximum, and throughout the year it was around average $110 per barrel. I also explained the situation prevailing in the overall economy. Yes, there is downward trend, and as a finance minister, I have the overall responsibility. Four major areas we shall have to address. One major area is high fiscal deficit. What steps I have taken? I gave them a very brief account, because details I have spoken in budget. How to come back to the path of higher fiscal trajectory, higher growth trajectory, GDP trajectory. How to contain the fiscal deficit. How to contain the current account deficit, which is around 4% of GDP. In course of discussions, I also explained that an attempt is being made to make a comparison between 1990 and 2012. I think that comparison is not correct. Yes, in the life of an economy, even of a nation, there are ups and downs. You cannot show a single nation that which is having continuous upward curve. There will be upward, there will be downward. But there is no reason to believe that we are going back to the situation of 1990, because there are fundamental differences. At that point of time, our foreign exchange reserves came down to as low as only worth 17 days import. 17 days import, 17. Today it is, yes, current account deficit has increased from 3% to 4%. It was 3% in 1990, it is 4% now. But our foreign exchange reserves are worth importing 7.5 months, not 17 days. 291 billion US dollar is the current our foreign exchange reserves. Secondly, the debt, external debt GDP ratio, total debt GDP ratio, continuously there has been improvement. Now it is around 46% of our total, our outstanding debt is around total 46% of the GDP. All these measures which we have taken, not in details but in capsule form, I gave them, and I said situation is difficult. We shall have to contain inflation. We shall have to narrow the gap between the export-import and current account deficit will have to be reduced. We shall have to stick to the target of the fiscal deficit, that is around 2% of GDP, and we must have to come back to the path of higher growth trajectory. Political situation also I explained that yes, there is a issue in different states, there will be elections. Elections will have to be fought in respect of the political situation prevailing in the respective states, because these are the provincial assembly elections, not national elections. On national election we take one common approach, but in the provincial assembly elections party take the approach relevant to the state assemblies, and the oldest political party of this country will have to face the challenges. Situation may be difficult, but it is not correct to say that we won't be able to retrieve the situation. We will be able to retrieve the situation as we did in 1990. We did in series of events when the crisis reached the flash point, but thereafter we improved it. But the discussion was very effective, informative, and the members made their observations very candidly. As Janardhan ji has said that as many as 42 members participated in the discussion. Congress President, Prime Minister and all the invitees were remained present from the beginning to the end. Now I leave the floor to you.
दादा मेरा एक सवाल है कि क्या आज जब सारे मुद्दों पर आप लोगों ने बात की, चैलेंज है, स्टेट में चुनाव लड़ने हैं, तो क्या इस तरह का प्रपोजल भी कोई आया कि युवा नेतृत्व सामने आए, राहुल गांधी जी आगे आए और बड़ा कोई लीडरशिप, बड़ी जिम्मेदारी ले, कामराज प्लान जैसे प्लान की बात हुई क्या?
Various members have given various suggestions, and naturally the members are entitled to hold their views, but obviously youth, younger leaders will have to come forward. The older chaps cannot continue for all time to come, and Congress has always provided the younger people to hold the larger responsibility. I will just give you an example. You compare between 1960 to 2006, compare with all major political parties and Indian National Congress. How many changes, the changes in National Congress have taken place? 1960 to 2004-5, these 45 years, you look at any political party, from Jawaharlal Nehru to Mrs. Sonia Gandhi, how many times the top leadership of the Congress have taken place? How many change in the leadership of other political parties, starting from BJP or Communist Party, have taken place? Therefore, Congress has a tradition of providing the young leadership, new leadership, as and when situation demands.
सामने रखा और कांग्रेस प्रेसिडेंट को ये अधिकार दिया कि प्रेसिडेंट के लिए और वाइस प्रेसिडेंट के लिए वो फाइनल करेंगे. अपने लिए आप कोई रोल देखते हैं क्या प्रेसिडेंट हाउस में?
क्या
आपके बारे में कह रहे हैं?
Congress president is to select the candidates, neither me nor anybody else, not even Janardhan ji. She is to select. And here you shall have to keep in mind that we will select our party candidate, of course, because we are the largest party. We are having the single largest party in Lok Sabha, single largest party in Rajya Sabha, and parliament members taken together has the value, voting value is half of the electorate. Therefore, Congress party has a role. But at the same time, we are the leaders of UPA, so she will consider all aspects.
दादा क्या जैसे कि आपने प्रस्ताव दिया तो कुछ नाम भी उठाए गए हैं क्या प्रेसिडेंट को कि इन नामों को फाइनल किया जाए?
No question of that. We do never do that, and this is not new. All the time, so far my knowledge goes, I have been somehow or other involved from 1974 after the retirement of Giri, V.V. Giri. Most of the times in the presidential election, except for a very short break during the NDA regime, I was a minor player, small actor in this process. Always we decided to have it, left it to the Congress president. Only once it happened, and that brought the division in the Congress party in 1969. 1969, the responsibility was assumed by the Congress Parliamentary Board. And what happened, that is a part of history, I am not going into that aspect. Thereafter, it happened, it synchronized that Congress President and Prime Minister or leader of the Lok Sabha became the same person. So it was left to Congress President and leader of the Lok
पहले
Sabha.
आप इसके बाद आप तो
stepped up agitation by Team Anna and Yoga Guru Ramdev, and what was the majority view in the CWC against these agitations?
Congress Working Committee discusses all issues. There is no question of majority or minority views. Congress is a party of consensus. We take our decision on the basis of the discussions which take place, and we bring out the broad consensus from them. Therefore, the question majority view, minority view does not come. Everybody considered, when they express their views, that major steps have been taken. So far the black money is concerned, I have given as per my commitment, placed the white paper in Lok Sabha. Steps which we have taken, amount of money which could have become converted into black money through transfer pricing mechanism, how we have prevented about 37,000 crores of rupees, how much we have realized from the different sources, how many double taxation avoidance agreements we have done, how many tax exchange information agreements we have done to get the information in respect of the money stored outside the country. All those details are there in the white paper.
Hardik.
Was the sentiment expressed in the working committee that government must stick to hard economic decisions, whether it's petrol or policy decisions, rather than vacillate on it? Did members speak on this issue?
Rather than?
Rather than vacillate on it, for example, when the petrol prices were high, from sources we came to know that the petrol prices would be reduced in some time to come.
You know, this is when you deregulate, then you give the options to the deregulated authorities to decide. 35 times the petroleum prices were increased and decreased during the NDA regime because it was deregulated. Therefore, it is not a vacillating. When you determine a price at a point of time, when the prices are high, ruling high, when you have the information that the trend is going to be downwards, naturally they will like to have it adjustment as per that. And I think the ONGC authority has issued a press statement explaining the position in details.
Pallavi.
The
Pallavi.
Prime Minister has often spoke about any view have about coalition compulsions. There was a feeling which was raised by some of the delegates today at the CWC that there is a limit to which you should come under allied pressure. Delegates from Maharashtra and Bengal also felt that you need to take on your allies like NCP and the Trinamool Congress if you need to grow. Do you think it's time for the Congress party to do that?
It's not a question of the value judgment. that when we take the decisions on the basis of certain conditions prevailing at the point of decision making. Therefore, what Prime Minister told, as Janardhan ji has already pointed out, he has circulated the salient points of the Prime Minister's observations.
Raman.
लालकृष्ण आडवाणी ने एक चिट्ठी लिखी प्रधानमंत्री को लालकृष्ण आडवाणी ने एक चिट्ठी लिखी प्रधानमंत्री को कि सीबीसी और सीईसी की नियुक्ति में एक प्रक्रिया का पालन किया जाए। बहुत सारे सुझाव उन्होंने दिए। क्या सरकार के सामने प्रपोजल है कि उस सुझाव को माना जाए?
You know, in a democratic system, everybody has right to make suggestions, and how Chief Election Commission will be appointed. Firstly, it is a constitutional provision, Article 324 perhaps, if I remember correctly, that speaks of in the Constitution itself, that speaks of the Chief Election Commissioner, its composition. And the modality of the election, it has been decided by the People's Representations Act. And the relevant act, how it is being appointed, terms and conditions, and it are there. Therefore, an important leader has written a letter to Prime Minister. Surely Prime Minister will consider it.
संजय जी और उसके बाद आप.
Dada, is the poor image of the government a concern for the Congress party, and was this sentiment reflected at the working committee?
What was expressed in the working committee, I have explained you in details. I am not going to sit in the value judgment of where they express their resentment or whether they express their agreement or their disagreement. What I can say, Congress working committee members, they are the senior leaders of the party. That is the highest policy making body. And in the tradition of the Congress working committee, the members speak candidly. Whatever they feel necessary should be brought to the notice of the Congress President and Prime Minister. They do so, and exactly they did that.
Now last question. आपका.
Was there a discussion at the meeting where the Congress working committee members, did they raise the issue of avoiding any further fuel hikes, especially on diesel and LPG? Did that come up for discussion?
Various members have given various suggestions. This much I can tell you. Thank you. I have another meeting, so I shall have to rush. Please.